every time I come to Darlington, I learn a lot. It's such a tough racetrack. And now with the Xfinity car, honestly, it's more fun than what I've had in the truck. So just a super cool racetrack with all the history and everything here, and always a blast coming into Darlington, South Carolina.
Is it something that gets tougher each time, or easier each time?
Man, it's never easy here, honestly. Each race that we have kind of has different circumstances, whether it's rubber, weather, the race car, how the race unfolds. It feels like every time you come here, you have maybe a little bit different race in some ways. So, but yeah, no, it's a fun racetrack for sure.
This is going to be a cooler Darlington, more likely than not. How do you prepare for that?
Well, hopefully it being cooler today gives us a little bit more information on that. I think the speeds are up a little bit compared to normal, just being cold. So it's a lot of fun on my aspect. It feels like I'm honestly driving a truck out there. I'm driving it so hard. So yeah, it's a lot of fun. Sure.
What is it from your truck experience that gives you confidence going into Xfinity?
Yeah, I mean, just winning that experience of winning races, especially here at Darlington, gives you kind of confidence to go anywhere. So. Yeah, no, it's not as different as I anticipated it to be. There's definitely some differences, and there's some nuances that I'll have to learn and develop. But for the most part, it's a race car with 4 tires and a steering wheel.
How does Darlington?
I like the cooler weather, but I freeze myself because I've lost a lot of weight and I've worked real hard on my fitness. So I'm so cold natured. But just watching Christian today, funny story about today. I get here a little later because you let the guys do their jobs, right? So I get here and he's out there running. He's doing a good job. He's running a great line, and he comes in and he goes, "It's so wet." And I'm like, "How many times have y'all ran?" They said 4. I said, "Did you not know it was wet?" He says, "It all looked the same to me." But it's really wet, doesn't it? I mean, his anxiety, he said, "Go out there. You just go out there." So I loved how pumped up he was about how wet it was. But I like how when it's cool here, they can run some fast speeds, and the fall off is more. So you're going to run really fast to begin with, and the fall off's going to be more. And what we see in NASCAR, when that happens, it's a lot more passing, there's a lot more fights, and there's a lot more banging. And that's what the fans want to see. We want to pack these stands like I've seen happen so many times. I'm not going to be able to be at the first one. My daughter's getting married that weekend, so I'm going to miss my first Darlington race in a while. But we want to pack the stands. So with it being cooler, the fans will be able to sit in those grandstands, not bake themselves to death, but also the racing will be better throughout the entire run. And that's what we love about Darlington. Comers and goers, and when it's cooler, you have a lot more comers and goers.